that Demon Hunter is coming back and with a new flavor. I was excited to see some new Demon Hunter when Scholomance Academy was released, and now that it seems to have stabilized, we are seeing now Control Demon Hunter being quite reliable for a lot of our teams. Now, coming into this game, ladies and gentlemen, it's Vietnam fielding their bomb warrior, going up against Singapore's. This is the Galakron priest, right?
Quickly.
Yeah, yes, and I think the Bomb Warrior on top, that's Lambi series. They have switched their names. So on the bottom, that's Vietnam. On top, that's Singapore. So on the bottom, we're seeing a Highlander priest. That's from
It's Highlander
Singapore.
priest, right? Right.
Yeah, Highlander priest from Singapore. On top, that's Bomb Warrior from Vietnam. So they're switched. Okay, so you can see right now it could be a good play for for the Zephyrs to be put down right now, just to gain control or gain a bit of tempo. But I think David later could be more reactive.
Your wish is my suggestion.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you all might be wondering why our first players are coming up as such. There have been interesting developments prior to the start of the Show match, and all first games in each series participated in by Team Vietnam will have to be a round one loss. This is going to be interesting, given that they are starting each game at a deficit, but nonetheless, their deck lists, their deck choices might help them get out of that predicament. I do believe they can still give us a good show, and they might even win this whole thing. It's not impossible. So this is going to, instead of a best of 5, turn into a best of 3. Yeah, back to the action here. Excelsior, no one necessarily taken the beat down, and I do think it would be in the best interest of Team Vietnam to start going faster, right? Because if you try to go slow against Highlander Priest, that's a losing battle. And now it's weapon control all over the place, right? Check it out.
Wow, that's actually a good card, Leo. You said that the Bomb Warrior will be on the beatdown, but now look at Leokin already showing a bit of grin right there, because he stole the Wrench Caliber from Lambi series, and that's actually a good play right there, because if the Wrench Caliber doesn't get destroyed, that means the Horde Villager won't get activated. That means the Krasinov won't be able to upgrade it. Okay, so I think that's a good play right there, coming from Lambi series, and like Doc Diokin is actually really surprised that that's actually a kind of a tempo play right there. So Leo, really, that's really good, and I can't stress it enough, because that just ruins the whole strategy from the Bomb Warrior of Diokin.
Yep, and the thing is, there's so many more weapon answers here for Lambi series. He's got total control here, and
The future
the
is
warrior,
clear. Your demise.
like one of the ways it can go fast is through its weapons, right? There's so many ways for it to recycle its weapons. I'm glad that it's taking it slow, and that Horde Villager really finds itself in an interesting position, because the Wrench Caliber didn't die on its watch. So very interesting how he can't just play the the Horde Villager here. Our Team Vietnam is in quite the predicament.
And what? That's right, Leo. The whole play of Team Vietnam is kind of slowed down with that kind of play, and Dr. Krasinov has to be put down just to make sure that he's on tempo. And look at those cards coming from Lambi series. Lumber Series' side, it's you can say that he's going to be a bit stable over the next few turns. He also has a Harrison Jones right there in case Duck Yukin puts down a weapon. So if that happens, there's going to be there's going to be so much draw coming from the priest. And again, considering that Lambi series has 3 weapon removals and two weapon removals and 1 weapon stealing item minion right there. He's really that gives us a reason why they didn't ban Warrior. They can
Yeah.
handle it.
They had answers. They had answers. So this is just Team Singapore being in control. I mean, you mentioned the Harrison Jones, and I do think, that could end up drawing him quite a few cards, but that's the least of his problems. He's got answers upon answers, and he can even take certain threats. But this Krasnov goes unchecked. He's gonna stay around. Well, at least for one more hit.
I wonder.
That's right, Leo, and we can see that that Krasnov is most likely going to be useful if you really have a weapon. So he's saving that upgrade right there for another Wrench Caliber that may be drawn out in the next few turns, and that's going to be the Dormant's going to get active, and that has Rush right there, and Cabal Acolyte. The new Scholomance card has a spell burst that's a 2/6. It's basically
Mm-hmm.
the Cabal Shadow Priest's how do you say this, apprentice, because or I don't know, it has the same kind of synergy, right? You can get a copy of a minion with 2 attack or less, and the newer cards right here from the Scholomance Academy supports that. So Leo, I want to get in to the fact that the priest is now the beatdown, right?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be the warrior.
But what's interesting is, yes, you're right. Right now, the board presence belongs to Lambi series. This is Team Singapore. They have a great grip. But the thing is, looking at Team Vietnam here, our friend here, Doc,
Let me change.
he also has a lot of removal. Like there's the mad aspect, got a couple of brawls. He's got the he's got so many removal as well. But you're right, your removal can only go so far, and now possibly Lambi might want. I don't know. It's not up to Lambi because Doc doesn't even have any weapons. Like that Harrison Jones is now going to come into play because he definitely needs the reload. Like at 5 cards, there's not many options.
Yeah, that's a
Oh.
good point that you pointed out right there, Leo. Because look at that. Look at the hand of Doc right now. It's a bunch of control. You have the brawl. You have the blade storm right there. Those are control pieces, and that's really one of the ways or one of the one of the good factors of a bomb warrior. But now it's not working into his favor because he's going against another control variant right there, and it's not going to be efficient for him to use a blade storm to remove that 3/3 Kadarj right there. So or Kaarj, Mind Flayer Kaarj. So it's going to kind of force Vietnam to use their removal pieces just to decrease the damage, and they need a draw card, and that's there you go. They get a shield block, and it's important to see. Oh no, just a course. So
Hold up. You wouldn't slam Karj,
yeah.
right? You would not dare slam Karj because what's inside Karj? That is that's the Krasnov in there, right?
yes, that's right.
That's worse. That's infinitely worse. Like you don't want the Krasnov punching you.
That's right. That's right. Instead of a 3/3, you get a 4/4.
Yeah. Just
And
deal
that
with the
4/4
3
is
for
just
now.
more damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
And
man,
wow.
look at that. Wow.
Lambi series is just getting into the value. He's going all the way into the beatdown, and now Doc has to really deal with this now.
Your
Doc has no
mind is
choice.
not your-
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a big 5-9, and it's not going to be uh, removable by Bladestorm. Bladestorm will probably remove the 2/6 Acolyte right there. But Coerce, after the combo, could remove the cards right there. But then there's going to be, again, as you said, a Krasinov, Dr. Krasinov in that. And so let's see how he does this.
Oh, he just ends up punching both of them. All right. There's no point in click removal here, so
A simple spell should do.
he's gonna make some spells first. Let's see what he ends up with.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh. Gets a Bladestorm
oh,
of its
there you
own,
go. It
Leo.
was death. All right, there was Shadow Word death. Okay, I thought it was the other. I thought it was Shadow Word. I thought it was pain. Yeah, I thought it was pain.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Cards look a little different from this far apart. All right, so that was
And
point and click. That's why he was feeling. He was
Yeah.
feeling confident about it.
That's right, Leo. And again, looking at that that reaction, it just puts WKN in a very, very good position because he is able to remove all the cards from the side of Lambie series. And look at this, Leo. He drew another Horde Villager, and that's not going to be useful if you don't have any weapons that were destroyed. So
Yeah,
you can see Dr. Yokin laughing right there because he's actually talking to his teammates on how he's going to play this out.
Yep. So again, ladies and gentlemen, this team format is what makes it interesting because you always have your team watching you play, and they can help you go through these plays. So if Duck does something, that means it is something that was allowed or that was suggested by Shoot in Fat LH. So looking at this, Lambie just plays the mad aspect into a free board. So he still wants to go into beatdown. Like he's telling Doc, if you can't deal with this, then he's gonna punch you in the face. But nonetheless, another point and click removal coming in from Team Vietnam.
And that's right. And you can see there, Team Vietnam already getting the good removal with Galacron right there. And I think this is a good Galacron turn because you would want to get more pieces from the Invoke right there. You would get another Beast minion. Oh, that's a new one right there, Leo. And that converts any minion put down into a 4/4. So that's one of the legendaries that you can get from Scholar Man. So if you put down a minion, it's going to be converted straight into a 4/4.
Yes. This is
So
the
that's
priest,
a good
the priest
legendary.
warlock. Yeah, the priest warlock leg.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Too late. This return is
Goes for the
nigh.
Kronks here, and it is going to draw devastation given that he is already Galacron. Just go straight for the face here. Oh, and just like that, it's a swing. Doc now is in
That's
control
right,
once
Leo.
more. And this is proving to be a war of attrition. Like, based on the decks that have been brought out, like, we're bringing 4 decks, right? It's play 4, ban 1.
Yes.
And a lot of them are bringing the same decks. A lot of them are bringing Priest, a lot of them bring Warrior, and Doc just gets a taste of his own medicine. He's the one who eats a bomb.
Yeah. And Leo, look at that. There's no bomb and there's no French caliber inside. There's really like he can go cutting class if he wants to.
Where
He
is
can
it?
save that Lord Barov maybe in the next few turns. It's not going to be as useful now. Maybe he can put it down and just cutting class. Just draw first. That's going to be
You know what?
a
Yeah, cutting class into Corsair Cash. Oh, I didn't even get it.
no. It's not gonna happen for him, man. I mean, I think that French caliber is going to be at the bottom part of his deck because it's not really showing
Oh.
itself.
Or at
And,
least the Corsair
this
Cash.
E6
It
right
could've- Yeah, he essentially has Yeah, he has 3 copies of Wrench Caliber in his deck. Essentially, 2 Corsair caches and that 1 Wrench Caliber, and he's just not drawing into it.
Yeah. They're just laughing it out right there, as you can see. Wow, perfect, man. That's a perfect draw, a perfect conversion right there. You get the 2 copies or 1 copy of each of the minions that died, and get 2 cards
Mhm.
in total. And he gets a Zephyrus, and the
Oh,
Zephyrus is
and a
actually activated
Krasnov.
because it's a Highlander.
Yeah, and a Krasnov. Oh,
And
and this
so,
Zephyr's turning into a
yeah,
4/4.
yes, this Zephyrus will turn it into a 4/4 after activating its battle cry. So this is what you
Mhm.
call the disciplinarian gangplank. It's a priest slash warlock deck, and it's actually more of a tempo play right there. And you can see you don't want the Therion down right there. It's not going to be converted into a
Put your faith in the light.
it's going to be converted into 4/4, but and you activate the 5/3 Ashbringer. There you
Yeah.
go. Beat down into beat down.
Yeah, but again, we know that Doc still has many removal. Like he has so much uh in his hand. It's basically he's packing dynamite. Like he is not hungering for that. But now finally we see the Corsair cash, so he can go for the wipe
Yes.
and then draw the weapon. Like this is something he needs, and we know for sure that even after Lambie series comes around, the Horde villagers are gonna do something now because it's no longer a steal. It's
Yes.
now going to be a
That's right.
destroy for his weapons.
That's right. That's right. And I think this is a good line from Dr. Yukin. He can use the brainstorm right there and the sorted board just to remove Corsair Cash into a 4/3. I have 3/3 Wrench Caliber right there, and just put in the bomb. This is where it starts, Leo. This is where the whole plan starts to make sense.
Mm-hmm.
So the 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 priest now needs to remove that weapon and just try to gain control of the weapon generation of Dr. Yukin, because those bombs are going to be really painful in the end, especially when the Doctor Doom is summoned.
Yeah. Duck here.
head isn't
He is gonna have to wipe for sure. And as well, he's gonna get that weapon back. He's got the Horde villagers on deck. He can upgrade as well. But Lambie is just preparing for the worst. He now sees that
Yeah.
possibly I can't keep as much damage on board, and there are bombs getting shuffled into my deck, so he definitely needs to invest in future removal. There you go. And he still has the ooze. Don't get me wrong, he still has the ooze, so he
Yeah.
can get rid of the bomb one more time. I mean, the Wrench Caliber one more time.
Yes. That's right, Leo. And I think W will not be too keen on using the upgrade as of yet, because he knows there's an ooze on hand, or an ooze on hand just by counting. Because if you can see, most of the pro players just look at the cards that are not moving on the hand of the other player. So if those cards are not moving, those must be reactive cards. So he might deduce that it can be an ooze, it can be a Harrison. One of them have already been played. What was the Harrison, the leftmost card? So an upgrade might be saved for the next turn. So he's just going to use the hero power to punch yet again.
Yep.
Too many cards.
Oh no. I mean, Lambie series here burns a single card. Not necessarily something he's hurting for. Oh no, Krasnov drops. There you go. He's got the life steal incoming. And of course, order of business, get rid of the Wrench Caliber. That's gonna be the second one for Doc Destroy. And just like that, they have gone into full-on mano-a-mano. They are gonna start punching each other, man. Galakron on Galakron violence here.
Oh, that's right. Those two Galacrons are just going face to face, and considering that there's a Dr. Krasinov, I didn't see that quite a bit earlier. But Lambie series is actually lucky that he got a Dr. Krasinov right there to to power up or to level up the Ashbringer into a 6-2, and now it's he got to punch it, and now the brawl and into a Horde Villager into an upgrade looks like a good play right here for Diokin, because he will be able to remove one of the minions right there.
All right,
There
that
you
was
go.
possibly the
Perfect.
best.
Perfect.
That was the best. Yeah, the best outcome. I mean, the apotheosis into the Krastinov was turning into a threat. I mean, that was huge. A 6-3, even if it does stick around for one more turn. Definitely not something Doc wants. And now Horde Villager into the upgrade. I think he knows that Lambie is already out of options. I mean, already out of weapon removal. There's another bomb. Winds, yeah, the winds of turned. Hold up. Illusia!
Wait.
Illusia! Excelsior, how do you feel about the Illusia nerf before she drops? I do think Lambie's thinking about it. He wants to throw those bombs towards Doc's face.
I think he needs to count. We need to see the count of the cards right there. But Lucia, the nerf, it's actually been quite minuscule for me. If you really want to use the Mind Render Illusia, you'll be able to use it. You will be able to subtract its cost using the Galacorn package. Right now, we might not be seeing the play as of the moment, but when you see Lambie Series try to remove or try to empty out his hand, then we might see that Mind Render Lucia be used the next few turns. So I think this is going to be a Sounds Dragon play, so that an 8-8 would be better. But, oh wow!
Oh, he goes
Just
for it
really
already.
wants to remove
So
that. Okay.
he's holding on for the bomb, the option for the bomb. All right, you showed one. Let's see. Doc, is he gonna walk into a bomb or just?
Oh
Just
no!
not yet. Not just yet. Woo.
Wow, this is actually
Oh.
turning into a mind game right here, right,
Yes.
Leo?
Yes. So now Doc is in a situation wherein he has to make sure he doesn't punch himself. Because if he does go for the Wrench Caliber, he is shuffling a bomb into
Into his
effectively
own.
his own deck. Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting dynamics here. So now Doc really has to think about this. I'm sure in the background, Doc is asking, he's asking Shot, he's asking Fat LH, like, yo man, should I really do it? I mean, I'm pretty sure he can go for the Blitz here. I'm not sure if he has the option. He has the answers though. That's 4, 4, 11. That's just 11 on board.
I think, yeah, the Soul Mirror plus the Breath of the Infinite will be able to, or the Penance will be a good play right here, just to make sure that he has control over it, but he doesn't need to punch. He doesn't need to punch. If he does punch, he's going to probably die. Because looking at the deck right now, it's a bit thin, probably 5 or less cards. So this is because of the cutting class. Oh man.
Oh,
Horizon.
wait.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Morazon. I mean, it's a full two or three. It's a full 2 turns until Morazon matters, because that's when Doc would have like a better board. But at 4 health, what does one do? I was thinking earlier that he could have possibly gone for all the way, but yeah, his hand just wasn't stacked. It wasn't there. Cutting Class is safe now, right? Like this is his deck.
Yeah.
All right. Just checking.
It's safe now. And Leo, I'm thinking that a Murazon would not be useful as of the moment. Probably.
Yeah.
He can go hero power and get something that could generate some of the damage. But right now he needs to remove all of those cards on the side of Doc Diokin. Oh wow! Perfect.
All right,
Yeah,
he just
and
built
he
him
just
back
uses
up.
Infinite. Perfect.
Yeah, I don't think
Okay.
I don't think Lambie is stressed out in the least. Like he's got quite a bit of a buffer on his health, 18. Doc here though, got 5 damage. Go for the refill. Oh no!
Oh no!
Hold up! Hold up! Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't
no.
burn just yet. He doesn't burn just yet.
Oh no! I'm kind of how do you say this? Worried about the board state of Dr. Yukin right now because he if he removes that 4/5 Cabal Shadow Priest Leo, he's going to be one off lethal because next
Mm-hmm.
turn it's going to be one damage
You
for
try
fatigue.
to
So
keep
he
your
needs to make sure that he
eyes
removes his
time
board
is
barrow by
fleeting.
using the coerce on it.
Oh wow,
There you go, and he needs to use
he's got
hero
a six
power.
mana board. Yeah, he's got a 6 mana wipe. It worked out, and he's gonna take a while longer. He'll take his time. Down to 10. Here goes Lamby. Shuffles another bomb. Two more charges on the caliber,
Mm,
and
okay.
the Blastmaster Boom here. That is going to shuffle that's going to summon at least four, right? Like there's at least two bombs in Lamby's deck.
Yes. At least two bombs.
At
I think
least.
he got into maximum of three, but
Mm-hmm.
at least two bombs. So, Leo, the win condition right now looks a bit closer. It was kind of delayed, so the whole Galakron's wit might get him a. Oh man, this is good actually because
Yeah.
this is a ton. So he's going to block some of the damage, but then again, two bombs, Leo, is going to be devastating for Lambi series.
Ooh.
Your
Yeah.
mind is
Oh,
not your
Even you know what? It's so close. It's so down the wire here that Doc has to really think about how he does this because his shield stam is dead. His Corsair
yeah.
Cash is dead. Blastmaster Boom is his only real play here, plus the hero power. Oh,
He's
he's gonna
going
go
to
punch
pray,
him.
Leo. He's going
All
to
right,
pray.
so he's just
He's going to pray, Leo. He's going to pray for two bombs. Two bombs,
really
one
it's
after
his
the
only
other.
out, right? It's his
Here's
only out.
where, yeah, that's the only out. That's the only win.
Oh,
Nope,
he got it.
it's a
He's
win.
got it. All right. Yeah, Lambie just walks away
Oh
with the
man,
win here. Doc is going to
right.
just punch him. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be one towards Team Singapore, and Lambie gets that. That
Yep.
means Lambie is going to be sitting out. Up next, playing is Dan Bam, and yeah,
Yeah.
Vietnam here is on the edge.
Right. They're on the edge right now, and Leo, what we saw a while ago, it was a bit delayed for Vietnam. It was because of the weapon stealing minion right there from Singapore. That's the reason why they didn't ban Bomb Warrior because they knew they had the pieces. They had the whole making to make it slower and to possibly gain board control and be the beatdown in the next few turns. And what happened right here is a game of pure skill coming from Lambi series, knowing that they would be able to control the board and that Mind Render Lucia, I was corrected right there. He just played it right out just to slow
Yeah.
down the bombs being
Yes.
put into its own
Yes.
deck. That was a good
Yep. It
play
was.
right
It
there, Leo.
was. It was less of I will take control of the game and more of I will just stop it right here. Like I know that in the end I can make more value, and even if you do borrow my hand for one turn, there's not much you're gonna get from that. So yeah, well played here from Lambi series, and of course the rest of Team Singapore. It's again all three players' brains and minds and hearts, I guess you can say, going into these games. So they are gonna be moving on to their next deck here. Could be the Demon Hunter. Again, it's Control Demon Hunter. Could be their own Bomb Warrior. It's a matter of time when we see this. But again, it is the sweep eminent here. Just one more away for Team Singapore to take this. Excelsior, that was an interesting turn of events. Again, it's because of the sticky finger. The Kobold Sticky Finger. That's the name
Yeah,
of that
sticky finger.
menace. That really
Yes.
just
Yes.
gave Doc a bad day. Like he started off weird. Like my horde pillagers, they do nothing. So we can expect
Yeah.
the sticky finger to be really key against that bomb warrior matchup, which is a very popular deck for a lot of our teams.
That's right. That's right, Leo. And um when we're playing on ladder, I was seeing a bunch of sticky fingers, and I was like, why? Why are you carrying a sticky finger? So they're really hard countering a bomb warrior deck, but I was
Hmm.
carrying a mage deck. So I was just really curious why they would do that. And now I'm seeing on the tournament that's the reason why they're carrying this. And it's actually better to carry in the tournament because you know that the other players are actually going to be bringing weapon based
Yes.
decks. For example, like rogues, uh, demon hunters, or
Yep. You can
warriors.
steal.
The
You can.
weapons are
Yeah.
strong.
You can steal marrow slicers. You can steal the self sharpening blades. Again, you don't even have to see the opponent's deck. You just have to get a feel for the meta game. And now I get it. Now I understand. And that was a one off Kobold sticky finger. That was one off, and he got it, and that was
Yeah, one
key
off.
for the
Yeah,
victory. Yeah, because at some point we felt that Doc was getting on the beatdown, right? Like um
yeah,
Lambi series went down to like 17, even 10 at some point, which is very scary.
yeah, and
So we are just preparing for the next matchup, ladies and gentlemen. We do hope you're enjoying. Again, this is the C show match, and the best of the regions are coming out. Um, I'm excited to see like how our newer players, right? Like how that new
yeah,
slot, that player with the new slot performs. But yeah, given the guidance of players like Lambi series, players like Staz, players like Doctor Q, it's
yeah.
it's almost a guarantee that it's going to be a great Hearthstone we're seeing today.
Yes, and imagine, Leo, you're going to be hearing those professional players tell you what to do, so that you're going to get a feel of how they think, and this is one of the rewards that they're going to get from playing in this tournament.
Yep, I do believe the match has begun. Here we go. It's Wolfsbane rocking her Bomb Warrior. It's her turn now, and it's going to be Fat LH from Vietnam. And this one I like. This one is going to be that Control Demon Hunter. Now, Excelsior, can you walk us through what's Control Demon Hunter trying to do?
So what the control demon hunter is trying to do is just put down soul fragments right on his deck, and that those soul fragments are going to power up a bunch of the cards, or a bunch of the mechanics are going to be useful for the demon hunter. So by itself, the soul fragment will heal you, but when you combine it, for example, with the sociologist militia, each soul fragment will summon a 3/3 with rush. Okay, so that's
Mhm.
going to be helpful as well. Also, if you use the Shard Shatter Mystic, you can deal 3 damage to all minions. That can basically give you a board control. So this new mechanic right here from the Soul Fragments also helps or also changes the category of Demon Hunter from just being a beatdown to now, what from what you can see, a control deck. So really good deck building from our players right here, seeing that the soul fragment mechanic, or soul fragment archetype is going to work in a tournament setting.
Yep. Also, we can see here in Fatal H's hand, there is the Lore Keeper Pokelt, which just interacts so well with Soul Fragments. I mean, when this card drops, essentially you have to time it though. You just put all your fragments at the bottom of your deck, where they want them to be, and you just use them when you need to. So far, again, you mentioned the Demon Hunter, Control Demon Hunter. It's a masterpiece of deck building, and it's able to really go on the beatdown when it needs to, especially because of Okelt. Now, let's talk about Wolfsbane here. I saw that she drew into, or she played the Wrench Caliber. How important is Corsair Cash into Wrench Caliber in this kind of matchup? Do you does that extra durability really matter? I mean, I'm sure it mattered in that Priest matchup, but Excelsior here against Demon Hunter, Control Demon Hunter. Do you want to last as long, or does
Yes.
that durability feel like it's fine? Like I can horde Pillager out anyways.
Yeah. Leo, I think it's actually really important because, for example, you have soul fragments healing you if you're a demon hunter, you would want to counter that with a lot of bombs. So in essence, it's going to be plus 3 damage instead of plus 2 health or plus 2 healing from the opponent's side. So you have to counter that healing factor coming from the soul fragments with your own bombs coming in. And this Polkelt is actually going to be useful right now because if he did the Polkelt later, the bombs would be actually put on top of his deck. So early Polkelt actually has to be put down now. That's a good play from Pat LH right there from Vietnam.
You're right. Yeah, actually, they are just as well zero cost cards. So he'd rather play the poke out now and time it out that way. That's a good call here. Now, Wolfsbane, she has a few lines of play here. I just noticed Pokelt is a 4/5, especially at 4. That's a decent body. Like he's essentially a Yeti with upside.
Yeah.
So he has to deal with that.
And
Sure.
and that's going to be a sociologist militia, Leo. Oh, drawn next. All right, look. There you go. Sociologist militia is going to be drawn out, so he's going to have a chance to use that in the next few turns if he really needs to. But Wolf's Bane's deck is a bomb warrior deck, Leo. It's just not going to carry
I grow
so many
impatient.
minions as of the moment. It's just going to bank on the fact that there's going to be a lot of weapons going around with Wolf's Bane's deck. So right now, I think it's going to be just more of Pat LH going on the beatdown with the Battle Fiend and the Hero Power, and he's going to save those Shard Shatter Mystics just in case just in case he gets bogged down with all of the minions that will be coming from Wolfsbane's side.
Now that you mention it, that is true. Wolfsbane here. Actually, for both of them, I gotta say for both of them because they both are on paper somewhat control decks, and their removal can only do so much. I feel like Pat LH all the more like his Shard Shatter Mystics are a little more heavier in hand than the Blade Storms in Wolfsbane's hand because Wolfsbane can deal with these little dudes, right? But
Yeah,
there is the Shadow Shard Mystic, which can hurt his own minions, Pat LH. And
Yeah.
he does have Chaos, that's not Chaos Strike. He has Blade Dance, which really,
yeah,
what is a Blade Dance to a Malygos? So, to a
Yeah.
mad aspect. So, Deathwing,
wow.
sorry. These dragons, there's so many of them. But now Wolfsbane is just putting more bombs in. I do like the proactivity. How she just says, we're gonna start moving now. Pat, let's go.
yeah.
Alas,
That's right, that's
poor
right.
warlock.
And Leo, I just realized that the play 2 turns ago that Pat LH made was actually so that he would be able to use Outcast, the Skull of Gul'dan, outcasted on the next 2 turns. That's actually a good play right there because you know that you would have the Skull of Gul'dan in the next 2 turns, and at turn 6 you would be able to use it so that you will be able to maximize it already. So very good
yeah.
play right there. Well, looking back,
He timed it out. He timed it out like so sorry. He was like, you know what?
yeah,
It's going to be the sociologist, and then it's going to be the outcast. And against against a how do you say, a deck similar to yours when it comes to speed or to pacing, like most turns are going to be free skull turns, right? Because that was a dynamic
Yeah.
that was introduced in the last set, wherein some turns you're free to use the Skull of Gul'dan, some turns you're not. So in this matchup, definitely worth the reload here. He is considering wiping the Krasnov. I think you should.
yeah.
This is definitely the play here. And I think how many soul fragments has he put in? He has 4 in there, right? Now
He already has 4. Yes, one from the 1, 2 from the 1-3, and right now from the Marrow Slicer, another 2.
There you go.
So the Spirit Jailer a while ago just gave him 2 more, and I think he already used 1. So it's
There
net
you
of
go.
3.
Yeah.
So,
So
Leo,
he has so
I
many
think,
ways. He has like half a dozen ways to put soul fragments, right? So you were saying,
yeah. So I was saying, Leo, I mean, right now I think Wolfsbane has a bit of advantage over Fat LH, considering that Wolfsbane just keeps on putting the bombs on the side of Fat LH, and she also has a bunch of removals right here with the like Deathwing Mad Aspect. For example, if Fat LH goes for a proactive Sociologist Militia, there will be a brawl, and the
Mhm.
Blaze Storms can actually
Try
remove
to
the
keep
Militia right
yourselves
there.
alive.
So
Mhm.
literally, right now, this is actually the best deck to counter this kind of Demon Hunter. And personally, Leo, I've played a bunch of Demon Hunters using the Bomb Warrior deck, and it's really on the advantage. Even though they have Soul Fragments healing them for 2 each time, you will
Yeah.
be able to remove any of the minions that they will be able to put down. So
Yep.
really, it's going to be more on the advantage of Wolfsbane.
Yep. And that's what I was saying earlier, right? Like the way that Fat LH wipes the board, it's 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 efficient, sure,
I
but it's not what you
grow
want against the warrior. But
impatient.
the warrior, they can pull the trigger when they want, and it's most likely going to be effective. So yeah, even Magteridon here, even if he does summon the big boy, it's something that Wolfsbane can deal with either way. So yep, we'll see how this affects things. Yeah, definitely he's gonna have a fun time. But then again, it is 8 worth here. It's better off the Zephyrus. I think yeah, the Zephyrus will help him out. Although I doubt that Wolfsbane can play that just yet. Like it should not be online yet, no?
Yes, that's right, Leo. And as as you said a while ago, Wolfsbane has a bunch of removals, and that 12 will be easily removed with a Blade Storm, because the Blade Storm will just kill off any minion, or just going to keep on triggering
Yeah, until
until it
until
kills a
something
minion.
dies. You're right. Yep.
Yeah,
She can
so
take her
it's just
time
going to
here.
be Blade
Oh
Storm right there, and you can see why is Fat raising up his hands right
no,
there.
I think he thinks he got away with it. Oh yeah, he's like, oh no, never mind. There it is. Oops. Blade Storm is a thing. Oh yeah, he goes back down to the ground here. It's like, all right, feet on the ground, we're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Blade Storm.
Yeah, he
I
was
was
like, I was
blinded. I'm
thinking
like,
like, wow, why is he? Yeah,
I was blinded by the Blade Storm because again, you would have kept the Blade Storm or well, there is the Brawl still. You're right. It's just there's so many options for Wolfsbane here to just destroy the board. So it's a matter of timing it out, choosing which one first, and even the Risky Skipper. The Risky Skipper Excelsior is also a tool. I mean, it's something that can just
yeah,
as
that's
well
right.
remove most boards with at least what 3 or 4 health.
I have a question though. I have an insight though, Leo.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know. I want to know if you would be going with this play, but I would want to use the Kobold Sticky Fingers right now, just to make sure that he doesn't punch me on the face yet again
For
with his
4,
own weapon,
yeah.
and just possibly use Captain Greenskin on it, just to make sure that I also have my own my own soul fragments in my deck,
So
because I'm gonna
yeah,
heal,
but
right? So,
you're right. You're right.
I
Get
don't
that
know.
Horde
I don't know if she's
Pillager
gonna do that.
and no, but I think Wolfsbane already wrecked a Wrench Caliber, so it'll be random, right?
Sticky Fingers, it would steal the weapon, the Marrow Slicer right there.
All right, no, but that means if you steal the Marrow Slicer and you wreck the Marrow Slicer, oh what? You went online? Oh no, he's just playing it. All right, he's just playing it for the body. All right, I was saying, um, I guess it really is just to stop it, right? But The lapidary comes down.
Yeah.
Still an option though. Able to punch through. Hold up. Is there enough damage?
Wait. Yeah, that's
One
lethal.
more.
That's lethal right there.
There is. Yeah, you got
Oh
the hero
man,
power,
that's
and
lethal.
Fat LH walks away
Oh
with it.
man.
Keeping the Vietnamese dream
Oh,
alive, ladies
wow.
and gentlemen. All right.
Damn. Wow.
Vietnam just doesn't take this lying down. Excelsior, you were saying your experiences on ladder. It's Bomb
Oh
Warrior at
man.
the advantage, but Fat LH. That's why he was
Wow.
so happy. That's why he was like,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, I mean, that's why he was. Yeah, that's right. That's why he was so happy because he now
He's
sees like a
counting.
two-turn lethal. Yeah, he was a two-turn
Yeah.
lethal, man. What's really
Even
that's
with
what's
the
really surprising.
even with this with the marrow slicer stolen, all he needed was a lapidary and a couple of twin slices. So I guess that is one strength that Control Demon Hunter has over Bomb Warrior. Uh you have inevitability with Bomb Warrior. You have all of these wipes, but if it does come down to it, Demon Hunter can burst you down even from double digits.
Yeah, that's right. And I think the MVP right here, Leo, is the fact that there's a lapidary right here. Nobody would expect you to put down a lapidary as of the moment, if you were on that turn. But that lapidary adds a big amount of damage. It's like +5 attack for the cost of what? One one soul shard or one soul
Soul
fragment
fragment.
coming
Yeah.
from your deck. It's like a good trade-off. It's like you're discarding a soul fragment, but you're gaining +5 attack. Man, that's
Yeah.
going to be a bunch of damage. And still, DH being being kind of a control version of it. It's feeling like more of a face demon hunter in that sense because of all the face damage that it's dealing from all the pieces that from all the cards that he has on this deck.
I like it. I like it because it reminds me of that one-hit KO Demon Hunter from the early days of Ashes of Outlands.
Yeah,
But it now introduces a more reliable way to wipe the board because that was one of the weaknesses of that deck. I remember it was just so
yeah,
clunky, and you're like, "Are you gonna punch me now? Because if you don't punch me now, I'm going to destroy you." So this deck can reliably do that, and through many different ways. Because he could have done it with the Marrow Slicer, but it got stolen, so he did it with the Lapidary. And man, if we only knew what Fat LH was thinking. I'm not sure if we missed the lethal. We apologize if we did, or did he just draw into the twin slice? Because either way, it was quite the play. And again, keeping the Vietnamese dream alive. Again, ladies and gentlemen, despite that one game loss that they're starting with, they are putting up a good fight. So with that being said, they do have a few decks left here. Vietnam just won with their Demon Hunter, and they had their priest band out. Yes.
yes. The
Okay.
Vietnam
So,
had their wait. The secret rogue was banned. Secret rogue.
oh, okay.
Galacorn priest.
It's
Sorry,
the
Galacorn
rogue.
priest. Galacorn priest. Galacorn
Galakan
priest.
priest. There you go. So I had that right the
Yeah.
first time. So they could be coming in with the warrior or the rogue. I'm hoping it's the rogue. Oh, so sorry. Yeah, I'm hoping it's
Yeah.
the rogue. Cross fingers. I'm hoping it's the rogue. So
Yeah.
we see something new here. And I think before the match starts, I gotta say, Rogue's newest MVP, Secret Passage. Excelsior, I gotta
Yeah.
ask you, how's that been for you? Have you seen Secret Passage wreck face?
Yeah. Secret passage is just like really it's on a target. It's like on a chopping block for most of the players. Like, okay, secret passage. They're saying Blizzard, you have to nerf this. It's just too strong. And sometimes they get, or most of the time, rogues get the lethal from secret package. And I have one interaction, Leo, that I am really kind of irked out about the secret passage mechanic. If you use secrets passage and you're going against me as a bomb warrior, and you see the rogue using secret passage, he draws a bomb on his hand and it doesn't activate. So really, you see that you have a bomb on your hand and it's not really going to go off, but you know that you have a bomb on your hand as a rogue. So it's really
Mm-hmm.
a good card because it brings out the lethal from the rogue. So let's see. I really want to see that secret rogue again
Embrace the
being played
chaos.
from each of the play from Vietnam side.
Well, it's good that we talked about it because we're not gonna see it. So for now, it's going to be a warrior mirror. Sut versus Dan Bam here. Sut from Vietnam, Dan Bam from Singapore. Uh, it is going to be another fight to stay in it. And yeah, in the mirror here, Excelsior, can you do you have some insight? Can you share with us like what kind of cards are we looking for, or how would you play?
So the mirror right here is the bomb warrior, right? Bomb warrior mirror. So you
Mm-hmm.
would likely want to hold out on your armor smith right there, Leo. You would want to have the chance to build up more of the low cost minions. For example, since we are seeing right now on the bottom, that's Dan Bam. He has a bunch of risky skippers. He's not going to be using that. He's going to use that maybe in the next uh, or in the later part of the game when he's going down on health. So
See.
risky skipper plus armor smith would gain you a bunch of health if you have enough mana on your side. But you're not going to use that now. So basically, holding out onto a more favorable amount of weapons, a favorable board, and if you're going down on health, make sure that you're going to use the combo with your armor smith, and that's going to get you the win. So it's going to be outlasting each other. You have, and the one who makes the combo right now with that kind of armor smith play is going to be winning the match.
I see. So you're saying that essentially armor here is going to be a very important part of this matchup. So that being said, possibly you take as much damage early on, and then later you build up with again the risky skipper and the armor smith combo, so that your shield slams still kind of make sense, right? Like in the late game, you want to have
Yes.
some shield slam activate ability, and I do agree. So we'll watch out for that. That's something for Dan Bam, right? Most definitely, especially with two risky skippers now. But how are you feeling about Sut's hand? Sut here, he has a smaller hand, no doubt, but he does have a Krastinov already. Doc is online, and the Wrench Caliber plus the Doc combo. Man, that's basically if the Doctor does not get answered, that's what almost infinite bombs.
Yeah. That's a good combo right there, as you said, Leo. That with the Doctor Krasinov combo with the Wrench Caliber. But I think Sut just was not playing the Wrench Caliber right there because he knows there's a high chance that there might be a combo Sticky Finger on Dan Bam's side.
Right.
He's kind of a bit more how do you say this kind of a bit conservative in that sense. But you really have to
He's
put it down.
apprehensive. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Like most
Yeah.
definitely, as you mentioned it, Dan Bam drew into it. So how perfect is that? Speaking the devil. So very scary. And now Dan Bam just goes for it immediately. He pulls the trigger, and that's just two triggers. He's now at 5 armor. And I think what Dan Bam is doing is he's baiting it out. He's like, all right, you're gonna have to play a weapon at some point, sir. And
Yeah.
here's an interesting situation. Excelsior, think about this. What if Wrench Caliber, Dan Bam answers with a Kobold Sticky Finger, and let me check on Vietnam's list. They don't have the Sticky Finger.
Yeah.
They can steal it
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, they can't.
Oh, the Sticky Finger is so tech these
It's going to
days.
be another situation, man.
Ladies and
Another
gentlemen, the
situation that
Sticky
they had
Finger.
they were in a while ago.
Yeah. Oh.
So, Leo, yeah, you're right. I was thinking that as well a while ago. If there was a sticky finger on the side of Vietnam, but they don't. It's only Singapore who carries that, and that's going to be really a heartbreaking play if that happens. So
Yeah, that's a
I think he just needs to
Singaporean
pull the
tech.
trigger, right?
Yeah, just go for it, right? Just go for it. But, ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen, off stream, again, there are some rounds happening. So that is the Indonesian and Malaysian game happening, with 1 point going over already to Malaysia. So we will be updating these as the rounds go by. But yeah, back to the action here. Two risky skippers sticking on board for Dan Bam. I don't think Doc is going to be a problem. Not much of a problem here, Doc.
Yeah, it's Dr. Krastenov is really not going to be much of a problem right here, Leo. It's just going to he just put it down just because he's thinking, okay, there might be a risky couple sticky finger right there. But I am really thinking why he's putting it, why he's not really using it right now. Because he should be using it right now, even though he knows that there might be a sticky finger, because you'll also have another wrench caliber on your deck.
Yeah.
So I think he's just going to maximize right now. Wrench caliber into cutting class, maybe that would be the best line of play here. But again, he
Yeah, just
be a bit reactive against Dan Bam's.
just lock it in, right? Yeah,
play.
it's a matter
Yeah.
of really whether you don't or you don't, you do or you don't. In this case, Sot just says I'd rather not and do it when I have the other wrench caliber in hand, so my horde villager has something to do later on. But I don't think Sot is in any rush. I don't think he should rush either way. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there you go. He
So
can have another wrench caliber.
yeah, so what he does, I guess, in the long run is Corsair Cash, play the softer wrench caliber, right? Play the softer one. Oh, he plays the longer one. Oh, it was already Corsair Cashed from earlier.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Huh. Okay, I was thinking that
And
it
that
was
just says,
a
okay, I have another one.
softer one, yeah. So at least Dan Bam knows. That's more knowledge for Dan Bam. But either way, man, it's a battle. It's a battle of attrition here. Like we both
Yeah.
know, and these two players know, and everyone watching knows, we're gonna go the distance. It's a marathon, my friend. This is 42K.
Yeah, a marathon. Oh, that risky skipper is just so fun, Leo. I mean, I'm seeing it right now. It's just okay. I want to put a risky skipper in my deck. I usually just carry an ooze, and not even a Harrison, because there's so many ways to draw out within my deck. But that risky skipper is just going to be possibly in most of the decks of our Hearthstone players moving forward. And Leo, come to think of it, I wanna say that right now it was an early from Dan Bam to put out the risky skipper plus the armor smith. That was kind of
Mhm.
too early for me. I think he could have
Yeah.
waited it out. For example, maybe when you're low in health, and just possibly um, get the enemy's morale to a low, because oh, he's getting low in health, but no, oh no, he's regaining again. So it's really going to be a tough hill to climb with that kind of play.
Yeah.
And
No,
Leo, what
that's
you can see right here.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. It was a little early, but I think it was just his way of saying, "Sot, you gotta answer me. Sot, you gotta do something, because I'm gonna run your hand low." And somehow it paid off, because Sot here did play some stuff, but Sot did not allow himself to be dictated on. Like he said, like I'll play my pace and you do you. But it led to this. It led to the Blastmaster coming in, and now yeah, Sot just doesn't have a Blade Storm. His real answer in hand is the Brawl?
A brawl. And
Yeah.
that's right, Leo. I think that the brawl is going to be the answer, but it's going to hit him so much on the face. Maximum of 4
gonna
damage
hurt.
for each pump.
It's gonna hurt.
Oh man. And
Wait,
that's going to be a force target.
but nonetheless, I do think that is okay for Sot, because he just took one from a lot of those bombs.
Yeah.
Like that was best case scenario, given the worst case that happened with the Brawl. Not a bad deal.
And,
Not a bad deal.
That's actually a good trade off right there from that play, Leo. And Captain Greenskin gives you, as a pirate, it gives you +1/+1. Some people don't carry a Dr. Krasinov because why carry Dr. Krasinov when you can go carry a Captain Greenskin, which gives you a
Mm-hmm.
+1/+1? Because Krasinov needs to attack somebody
Mm-hmm.
with his rush activation, but you need to have somebody on the board, on the other side, for you to hit and get a plus one
Yeah.
plus one. But this Captain Greenskin gives you it already, so it's really one of the techs that some of the other players do instead of Dr. Krasinov, and it's actually paying off.
Yeah. So Slut here getting somewhat of a control back. He does get himself some armor, takes down the green skin, and he does have the Horde Pillager on deck for next turn. Dan Bam though still living off of that one wrench caliber. So much value off that wrench caliber, man.
Yeah, with
Summoned
those
many.
upgrades.
Yep, got them boom bots. Well, man, looking back now, those boom bots just dealing one over and over again, kind of demoralizing. Like you couldn't have gone higher. Like it's 1 to 4.
Yeah. And Leo, let's point out that Soot is actually just 2 bombs away from death. It's like he's really threading the needle right there. He used the if he uses the cutting class right now, he's really getting near to death. That's why
Yeah.
he's not using it. He's not using it.
Yeah, but it's damned if you do, damned if you don't, because he needs it because his hand is super low, right? He's going off 4 cards, but he's also afraid to use it because he could draw into bombs. And look, now damn bombs don't know.
Wow.
Draws into 3 in a
3
row.
bombs.
Okay,
Oh
just 3.
man.
But then
Just
again,
3.
he's got an upgrade into his wrench caliber now to give Sut
Yeah.
all the more of an ultimatum. Dude, you should have cut class earlier, because now I'm gonna put more bombs into your deck.
Oh man. Oh, that was actually a good turn right there, Leo. Those 3 bombs. That's what Dan Bam needs to win. 3 bombs in order in the next turn.
No,
So
hold up. Yeah. Specifically 3
Yeah.
bombs. You're right. He needs 3 bombs.
yeah, that's right. 3 bombs. It's like he's on 11 total. He can go 2 bombs if he hits face. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's just like a bunch of bombs are already
He will.
on Soot's side. I think he hit already 6 times. So let's see how it goes. And going
Dangerous.
more.
Oh man.
There
So,
you
wait, there's
go.
one bomb.
One more.
Get another.
And it's lethal. There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is game.
There you go.
Singapore walks away with the series, and that's going to be 1